Hey everybody, welcome back. So hopefully this video turns out okay. This is the first time recording since I've been in San Diego, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my air conditioner is amazing, but for some reason every time it turns on, my entire house like hiccups. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. So I'm hoping it doesn't like stop the recording or something. I don't know. I should probably just go turn it off while I'm recording just in case, but I'm also kind of curious to know if it does anything. Also, real quick, coming back to the game. So I went and got Landis. He's the guy in Kupo Forest. Ironically, I sat down, I got a big drink and a big snack, and I was like, and settled in with a big old fluffy blanket, thinking I was going to be there for like an hour trying to find that guy, and I don't even think it was a minute, and he showed up.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious. I think it was like literally the second fight when I got there off camera that he showed up. I was actually kind of cheesed off. So he actually is one of those winged guys. Oh my gosh, I've been watching so much King's Quest. I was gonna call him the winged one, but that's not what he is in this game. What? Brain fart. But anyways, what?
No, yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. It's been so long since we played Suikoden 2.
Oh, a member of the wing horde who enjoys frightening humans and whose stunts suggest he may even be on good terms with the Grim Reaper himself. Yeah, you can't see it here, but he's got a giant scythe as his weapon. Unfortunately, the one thing about him that's really annoying is he's got blood armor on, and I don't think you can actually take that off. And what that does is, you know what, actually, can I show you guys what that does? So yeah, it's really powerful. It gives him 20 power, speed, skill, which I can't remember what that is at the moment, and 70 defense, but he also takes 15 damage per turn. So it sucks up his health, basically. The other thing is, we're not going to do Watari right now, mostly because I just don't want to do Watari right now, and it's just to gain one character. So we'll be doing a recruiting run soon enough, and I thought we can just do them again in the next recruiting run. I didn't want to torture you guys. Let's just move on with story. And I should also warn you guys, I've been playing a ton of Dragon Quest XI. Like, I think we've already put 60 hours on the game since we've been in San Diego, so I might confuse the controls a little just because I've been playing it so much. It's so good. If you guys have never even played a Dragon Quest game, it doesn't matter. This is an amazing game.
Okay, my clan reports that some guys who work with the Masked Bishop are hanging around on the highway. That's the only news. Everything is fine in the castle right now.
I'm trying to move the microphone. I have a different chair, and I'm trying to make sure that it's, like, picking me up. Hopefully I sound okay. The Sindar gate to the highway is sealed by several kinds of magic. I don't think it's possible to break the seals. Oh, we're talking about the Sindar, although we're going to spell it differently. The central pedestal on the second floor is the comment box. It's full of people's views, so be sure to take a look. I thought she was talking about the Sindar ruins.
Yeah, seriously? I've been gathering information. Something odd is going on at the Sindar gate to the Lizard Clan's highway. That's where I'd look.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that they're not going to automatically send us there. I thought they were. Oops.
Yeah, so did I.
Okay, so, which is probably wouldn't have worked out in my favor because I don't really want Landis in my party. I mean, he's not bad, but having to constantly heal him is kind of annoying. Okay. So we have Hugo, Fubar, Sergeant Joe. Let's get rid of Landis. Yeah, I'll be waiting in your grave. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and move Bosba out. Let's see, who do we want? Let's have some fun. Well, I know Helper would love me to have Vicky. Okay, I'm really tempted to put Lily and Isla in. Hold on. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Let's see here.
I mean, we're kind of weak on range right now.
What am I doing? Bail. I know who I need. Duh.
Yeah, there you go.
What am I thinking? Goodness, I'm pretty sure I know what's coming up. Okay, so I need to be like way more serious. Okay, we have Rhodey. We have to have him at all times. Sergeant Joe is a good healer.
You probably want a backup healer, though.
But then I have to get rid of Rhodey.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Fubar, but I think I might be able to use Hugo and Fubar the same way I'm hoping to use Futch and Bright.
Well, hold up. Could you move Swamp Sergeant Joe for Bright?
Well, I'm gonna rearrange them.
Oh, okay.
I can't rearrange them here, I can only take them in and out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on real quick. I'm gonna just... Oh, no, I can do order. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. This is confusing. Okay. So I just want to see real quick. I don't think... Yeah, that's basically my whole life. I don't think. No, I don't think we have a really amazing healer right now. I mean, Vicky, I could load Vicky up with a water rune. I actually... Okay, hold on. Her speed is 68. What's Sergeant Joe's? 98. See, Sergeant Joe's already faster. I feel like that's more important here. She's got 5 level 2s, and he's got 4. I don't think she's insanely better in this case. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I would agree with you that speed's going to be more important for the battle that's up ahead. So, in case it's not obvious, there is going to be a battle in the near future, and it's a serious one.
Okay, yeah, if it's the one... So, okay. My goal here is, as long as Rhodey's here, then Sergeant Joe just needs to heal him. Because I did fix up his equipment, I believe. Like I said, I'm sorry. It's actually been probably a month since we've recorded. We had... just the move was stressful, and then all this stuff happened afterwards, and... So, okay, blah, 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 blah. I really should have done this off screen, but this is hard. This is part of playing an RPG, right?
Yeah, specking out your team? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just be 100% sure that Rhodey has equipment, because I believe we decked him out. Yeah, I did. I mean... Oh, for a second I thought my controller just died. I was like, no! I don't know where the cable is.
Well, and for once you remembered to switch the settings before we started the recording.
Yeah, I know. I did do that. Well, I'm not to sound defeatist, but I actually expect to lose this fight. So if we lose, then I can come back and redo a lot of this stuff, and we can try again. But I'm being overly hopeful that I don't need to.
I mean, to be fair, the one and only time I've done this fight, I beat it first try.
Yeah, but I gave you a ton of hints, and we were being a little bit more serious. Like, I'm not... You know, I don't even think I've even looked at Futch's equipment, which looks fine. Okay, I consider Suikoden generally to be on the easier side of RPGs. You don't have to be, like, extremely serious about equipment and stuff like that to do well, or just to play the game. And I feel like Dragon Quest is kind of the same thing. Like, Final Fantasy is on the other end of the spectrum. It's like, if you don't get the best gear now, there's just no way you're gonna win. I just... That annoys me. That's kind of taking it a bit too far, but that's just because I like storyline.
I was gonna say, it depends on which Final Fantasy you talk about. Like, I go through and, like, you know, I'll play, like, Final Fantasy 7, like, once every 5 or 7 years or something like that, and I play through it, and it's just, like, I don't do any grinding at all. I just, like, breeze right through the game, first try, like, no problem at all. You know, never have any problems with any of the bosses, except for, like, until the very end of the game, basically.
You know what? We've got a bunch of skill points. Let's blow those real quick. You know, it's funny, Final Fantasy VII is actually coming to the Switch next year.
Yeah, I saw that announced, that they were going to be bringing a lot of the classic Final Fantasy games over. And you mentioned Chocobo Dungeon, too, of all things.
Yes, and I was actually excited because I really liked Chocobo's Dungeon. And they actually added 2-player to this version coming out. So I was like, that's cool.
What I'm excited to see... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'll probably end up getting it.
I was excited to see the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle remaster.
You know, as soon as I saw that, I wanted to call you, but I was just like, he probably already knows. Knowing you, he probably, like, knew before I did, because I was an hour late to watching the thing, so...
I don't normally watch the Nintendo Directs just because they're kind of hit or miss as far as stuff that interests me, and if it interests me, I'll find out eventually. If it's not going to interest me, then it usually just blows by me, and I'll hear about it, like, afterwards as, like, oh, yeah, that was announced. I was like, oh, okay, who cares? But yeah, this one, they had like a lot of stuff in there that was actually interesting to me. It was nothing that I needed to like watch the video to find out about, but it was definitely some interesting stuff to say the least. I mean, I'm curious how they're going to handle some of that multiplayer aspect with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, though, since originally that was on the GameCube with the GBAs attached via the link cable.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's. I kind of had an idea of what they might do, but hold on. Okay, let's give them some swing.
Well, and
actually, I'm kind of.
The funny thing for me was I actually was playing Crystal Chronicles with a group of friends literally the week prior. So we all got our Game Boy Advances out, all went over to this one person's house with the link cables, and we all hooked up our Game Boys to the GameCube and played the game for a couple hours. So we had a good old fun time.
You've been slowly playing that game for a while.
Well, we actually beat it last year. Like we would get together about once a month or so and play for like 3 hours at a time. And so we beat it about a year ago, and then we kind of took a break, and then he got us back together again, and we were like, hey, let's just go do some side quests and have some fun with the game and just have an excuse to hang out again.
Okay, we want Armor Protect.
Although I need to see if I still have my copy of, what is it, Zelda, is it Four Swords Adventures, or which one was the GameCube one that was multiplayer?
I don't know.
Anyway, but there was like a multiplayer GameCube one,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah, and so it came out like at that same time as Crystal Chronicles, but you could do the whole multiplayer thing, and it was loads of fun though, because I remember they had a competitive battle royale type mode where all these different links were fighting each other in the field. And you could go into like little houses and caves and stuff that were in the field, and when you did,
I remember that. You
could see where you were inside the house on your Game Boy, but nobody else could see you up on the TV. And so you were in the house like healing yourself up, or in like one of them there was a cuckoo inside the house, and if you started attacking the cuckoo, just like or cuckoo or whatever, just like if you're in the normal game and you do that enough times, they go crazy and they start attacking you. Except in this one, if you go into the house and start attacking the cuckoo, suddenly thousands of cuckoos start descending on the TV screen, just killing everyone that's on the screen. So I was the first one to figure this out, and I did it like 3 or 4 times before everybody else figured out what was going on. And finally they were all like, how come keeps winning and never getting hit? Where is when this is going on?
Stop saying that, you're making me edit stuff.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
I just gave him Armor Protect in the hope it would just raise his base defense. We'll find out.
Was it just those 2 times I said my name?
Yes, that's okay.
Sorry, I'll make a note.
It'll give me something to do, because I don't have enough to do these days. I'm hoping that Armor Protect works in the way that I hope, because he's not technically wearing armor.
You guys get to hear me typing.
Okay. Why does he have all this garbage? Did I forget to undo this? No, Ah, crud muffins, you guys. Okay. I gotta go unlearn that stuff on. I thought I did that already. Good gravy. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is gonna be like half a video of me doing nothing. But if you guys are still coming by this point. Oh, goodness. You come for the conversation, not the game at this point.
I was gonna
Although
say,
it's funny because a lot of people are waiting for me to do Monster Rancher EVO.
Oh, to get back to that, huh?
Yeah, like they're upset that I lost the memory card, but I kind of think it might have been a good thing because then we can do it in HD when we do it. Because I actually do want to get to EVO. I don't know if you and I are going to be able to do it though, but at least I should be able to. Okay, I'm in the wrong room. I need to go upstairs. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I started singing Green Acres. Oh, let's check the comment box, because, that's really important, Lucia. New letter. Make use of it. The elevator is very useful. Please use it. Alright, I got that. I wanted Juan to teach me martial arts, but he was sleeping. He belittles me because I'm a kid. Can you say something? Heck no. May says, I can send a letter to Hugo from here. Nice try. Okay.
Okay.
Crying horses. It's the first time seeing a crying horse. It's cute with stripes. I'll take care of it, please. So please come to the ranch. Alright. I will go to the ranch later. Oh, wait. Let's read the news. Something might be here. No. I'm pretty sure that's the same thing.
Yep.
Alright. Let's go inside. Okay. No, I'm not talking to you, sir. I want her. Yes. I need you, lady. Ernie. Okie dokie. Pretty sure. Okay, which can do lightning magic. Keep lightning rune on. Uh-oh, my air conditioner just turned on. We'll see if it looks like everything's still going.
You're good on this end.
Okay, I don't think chanting... You know, I'm not really sure what what chanting volume is. Okay, so I need to forget things for Rhodey. I need to forget... You know what? I just forget all of this. I mean... He doesn't need any of this, because he's not going to actually cast anything. He's just going to stand there looking amazing, like all men should. And the whole room is quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, hopefully he'll be good, but we'll see. He's got to prove himself soon.
He saved you in the last... Yes, he protects allies from collateral magic damage. That definitely needs to go up. I thought I did this. Maybe I just dreamt I did it, or maybe I thought I was going to do it.
I think we talked about doing, but we never actually did it.
Okay, need magic resistance.
Yep. So much yep.
Let's give him tons of that.
Give him all the resistance.
He will be the resistance. They're talking about, you know, what was it? I guess in 2 they were always talking... No, it was in 1. They were always talking about the resistance. That's all he needs from here. Okay. Speaking of which, while we're doing this... Okay, so... When we were in the process of moving, obviously I didn't have much of stuff on me, but I did have my PS Vita with me, so I decided, you know what would cheer me up? Suikoden 2. So I decided to pull out my PS Vita while I was just sitting there watching the movers, and I thought, I'll play some Suikoden 2. Well, I decided to do something I've never done. Now, Helper has threatened to do this before, but he hasn't done it, and I thought I'll beat him to the punch. I decided to see if I could get Futch and Humphrey at the beginning of the game. Like pushing the door aside from Matilda, and I actually succeeded in it.
Nice.
And it was really hard because I had to use the animals. That was the only way to win, was using the animals to win the boss fight, because they don't have weapon skills or armor. So their levels were actually on par with what they would be without, you know, the web. So I literally had to use Mugu Mugu to win that fight. There was no way around it. And it was amazing. And so now I actually have Humphrey and Fubar before I've even gone back to Muse to get the wooden amulet.
Sheesh, that's awesome.
And I actually haven't gotten a chance to get back to it, because it took me a really long time just to achieve that. Like, we died so many times. And Helper was like, I just remember sitting in our living room with nothing but this inflatable mattress, a blanket, and the PS Vita. We're sitting there looking at the PS Vita, trying to beat this harpy. It was actually pretty cool. I'm glad I did it, and I'm hoping that once I beat Dragon Quest XI, I'm not so distracted by it. I'll probably actually go back and play that Suikoden 2 file.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, I finally got back to Metroid Prime 3 and have been pushing through that again. It's been fun. I enjoy that. It's a lot of... It's definitely up my alley, so...
Yeah, but Dragon Quest XI is really good, because I tried playing 9. This is the second time I tried to play 9. And I think the system, like the leveling system and the job system, was just so obnoxious. I just couldn't get into the game. But they went back to the old style for Dragon Quest, I say, for Dragon Quest. They kind of went back to the old style, and for a lot of the stuff, and I think they did a really good move on it. And the graphics are just amazingly beautiful. It's just amazing. And I love how they kept the art style while still being like 3D, and it's a very well-paced game. And I like the fact they added party chat back in, because I was very sad that party chat was taken out of 9. Like, I keep trying to talk to my party members and I can't. Even though they don't talk that much in party chat, like they don't react to NPCs or anything, they only react to like major storyline stuff, it's still better than nothing. And there's been a lot of fun surprises in the game. But I highly recommend, if you guys like easier RPGs, I highly recommend this one. On top of the fact they actually added difficulty settings to the game. Like, if you want to make the game more difficult, and like, they're funny difficulty settings. Like, you can't shop at all. No shopping. And so you can't buy a single thing in the game is a difficulty setting. But the one I'm very curious about is you give yourself a disease where randomly you'll have embarrassing things happen to you. And that's all the description says. And I'm like, so wait a minute, what exactly does that mean? I don't know. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
So I once I beat it, even if I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back and see what that does. Okay, back to Suikoden 3. Sorry, I just got a text. Sweet. Okay.
I was trying to remember, you played Final Fantasy 12, right?
I did. I really liked 12.
So what did you think of the, what was the
What
job
am I
system?
doing?
Huh?
I have Vicky now. Good gravy, you guys. Sorry. What did I think of what?
The job system. They had like the license grid or whatever it was called.
I liked it in the remake, Zodiac Age, because Helper and I recently played Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age.
Uh-huh.
I liked it better in the remake. I think they made it a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because they basically took it from being like this gigantic grid that anybody could do anything to being much more class-based, right?
Yeah, and it's not that they really funneled you through. What they did was they just made it less overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was a little easier to focus on what you were trying to achieve. And I liked it. Yeah.
No, that
Actually,
makes
it's funny you say that because Dragon Quest XI has a very similar system where they have this board and all these things on the board, and you choose what you want to put your skill points in. Oh my goodness, that's dark. Sorry. It's very bright in this room. I have literally an entire wall of windows that I have no curtains on or anything, so the glare on my TV right now, all I can see is Hugo's hair. It's just balancing hair going down the hallway.
Yeah, that's about what I got.
Alright, but yeah, in Dragon Quest, it's like, it's very similar to actually Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. I don't know, I really liked Final Fantasy XII. I was happy to see it come to the Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was another one that they announced for the Switch, and it's kind of like the black sheep or the ugly stepchild of the Final Fantasy series, it seems like. Like, it didn't get a lot of love when it came out, but afterwards...
That's what I was surprised about.
So was I, and I was a little bit disappointed because, like, I run a bit contrary to some of the popular stuff, but I didn't really care for Final Fantasy X as much. I know it was hugely popular in, like, a certain age demographic, but... I mean, to me, it was not as good as people thought it was at the time. And it was breakthrough in some areas, but it wasn't in other areas. Like, the gameplay was just kind of like, okay. 12, I thought, was trying something completely new and different, and I think it just took people by surprise because it was so new and different at the time. Yeah. And some of it holds up, some of it doesn't. But it was like, it was very brave of them to try something completely different.
Yeah. I think for me, especially, because I focus really hard on story, I think Final Fantasy XII to me was just more interesting too.
Like with the overarching like international politics and stuff? I
felt like there was a lot going on top of just the main story, you know, and it just, I was interested, like, Final Fantasy Car. What number was that, Helper? 15? I keep calling it Car because I can't remember the number. I was so bored with Final Fantasy Car. Like, I had more fun building the car than I did anything else. I just didn't give two cruds about what was going on because the game didn't make me care. Like, and I never finished it just because I just didn't care. And the game never made you care. I felt like I spent so much time with the graphics and the gameplay and the ramen noodle advertisements that, like, it was just like, I just couldn't. And of course, Helper keeps saying it's his fault because we spent a million hours, like, hunting cactars. In fact, that's what our car has, a giant cactar symbol on it, and it's green. And, like, I think we were, like, a bajillion levels higher than we should. In fact, there's a dungeon at the very beginning of the game that you're supposed to be, like, 50 levels higher for. We actually stayed in there long enough to do that dungeon before leaving the area. Yeah, Icon's got this face like, yeah, I don't doubt it. But, like, even if, I mean, normally, eventually I'll pull the controller away from Helper and be like, storyline, but I just never felt like I wanted to. I just didn't care. I mean, like, I just felt like the storyline was secondary to all the little nitty-bitty things they did. Oh, seriously? We forgot about him. This is not who I expected.
Oh, this door could lead to a mountain of riches. But no, this is the gate of the Sindar.
Poke it with your stick.
It could snare me in its trap. I won't be caught ever.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot that he was on the recruitment list. How did we forget this guy?
I didn't. It's Yame.
Which is funny because Hugo's the only one of the three that would have met him before.
Didn't Chris meet him?
I don't think Chris met him. Not in our version.
Oh, I've been waiting for you. Who are you? Hello? Egads, I've been seen! No debate needed. There must be no witnesses.
To what?
You're crazy.
Witnesses to what, sir? Oh, I gotta duel you. You know who he reminds me of? Peacock Butt.
Oh, now we shall see.
I've been calling one of my party members in Dragon Quest XI Peacock Butt.
Oh, allow me to make my point.
Okay, make my point. So do you think he's gonna... He's either gonna attack or special death blow?
Yeah, I think he's gonna attack.
Okay. I don't think he's a threat. Oh no. 2 red lines.
Death blow attack!
Oh my gosh!
Windy
I think he
gale.
might defend. I don't know. Oh no, he death blow! What was I thinking? Wait, wasn't that supposed to hurt him back?
I don't know.
Ominous Oceans? Wait, am I forgetting how to play Suikoden all of a sudden, or am I just nuts? Hit him! Thank you! What the crud? Ominous Oceans.
Who's copying who?
I don't know. Just death blow him for fun?
Either attack or death blow. I think it's fine. It's not gonna matter much.
Oops. Yeah, he didn't even attack back.
Your opponent has lost his patience.
Yeah, I'm losing my patience. I still even care. Oh, okay, well, chilling cold, he'll defend against that. Which is funny because they're all the same. Come on, attack him, thank you. Off with his head!
That's the punishment. Defeat! No! Don't threaten us or try any tricks. You don't really look like the type anyway.
He's just an idiot. He's like the bad comic relief.
You mean return to being an unskilled appraiser? Oh.
Oh, so he's an appraiser. Mystery solved.
What? You have something to say?
Yeah, we could use an appraiser, actually.
Appraiser?
But he's not skilled. Do we really want him? He's creeping me out. Whoa!
I'm an appraiser by trade. Oh, do you have a need for one? Oh, I'll consider any business propositions if you ask nicely.
Then I won't ask nicely.
Cocky, too.
Wow. I like how the I don't need is the first option. That's kind of mean.
Mm-hmm. I could use an appraiser, actually. Oh, leave it to me. Oh, where is it again? Oh, so far away. Ah, what doesn't matter. I'll go there right away. By the time you return, my appraisal shop will be open.
Ha, but I have a blinking mirror. I'll beat you to it. Okay, that wasn't what I expected. I completely forgot he was on our list.
I hope so.
I can see his pitchfork.
Leave it all to Yummy! Oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Let's Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting to happen here. Let's leave and come back. Do I have to go up to the door? I thought it happened when I... Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? Maybe I have to go further out and come back in?
Yeah, I think maybe you have to go back out and come back in or something to trigger it again.
Sergeant Joe.
Although
after Rhodey.
I was gonna say, at this point, we may have like the boringest video ever since we're already like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, I apologize. This is just epic fail video. I mean, so I guess one thing I've mentioned that we're coming up to a boss fight that I consider to be the most difficult boss fight in any Suikoden game, and this is the reason I wanted Futch and Bright was for this specific fight. So I need to have Futch riding Bright for my strategy to work. Okay, let's try this again. If this doesn't work, then I don't know.
If this doesn't work, then we'll go and look up the FAQ again.
Yeah, because what the game? They said go to the ancient highway, right?
They did mention that.
Did Gullime really mess us up, or did I go to the wrong side of the ancient highway? Because there's two entrances. There's one where we came in the plain side, and then there's the one on the Great Hollow side.
I bet it was the Great Hollow side is the problem. Because I think we were supposed to see something as we entered.
Yeah, I think so. But you know what? I've got to give you guys a little bit more time. I'm just gonna finish this fight and head over there. I don't know. I feel kind of bad, but I'll extend out this really boring video with more boringness.
At least tease you with something that's going to happen in the next video.
Yeah. Hopefully, now that my life is going to get back to normal, hopefully we'll be able to record enough that I can start getting back to Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's just, I had so much going on with the upcoming move, and then, you know, work was getting weird. Oh my gosh, my work is going nuts. Like, we're losing people left and right. Just because, like, my company's growing too fast, basically. And work's just been crazy. But I think it's finally starting to get a little better. My team personally hasn't lost anybody. Like, we've been through 5 product owners in less than 2 months.
Sheesh.
That's how nuts it is. Like, it's ridiculous. And so the one we have now has been with us for 3 weeks. He's made it 3 weeks. So work was just nuts, and I felt like I was spending a lot of extra time with that. But it seems to be stabilizing. My home life is finally stabilized, although my sister's about to have a baby. That didn't really affect me too much, but I don't know. My sister might call me more, I don't know. She's 38 and she's about to have a baby. She's had mixed feelings about it. That's all I'm gonna say. But the baby's due in 2.5 weeks, I think.
Sheesh.
So, yeah. Well, the baby's coming out in 2.5 weeks no matter what, so... Being at her age, she didn't want to wait too long, so if it's not out by a certain date, she's gonna have a C-section, so... What else is going on? Helper got a new position at work, and he's been really stressed out. It's the first time he's ever had to be on call 24/7, so he was kind of grumpy about it at first, which is another reason I couldn't really record at first, because like he was worried. He's like, you know, what if they call? Because all this stuff happened like the first day he had it. Like the first day he had his new work phone, like stuff happened, so he thought it was gonna happen all the time. Fortunately, that was actually the only incident that's happened since we've been here for 3 weeks.
Good.
Was literally the first day he had it. But yeah, actually, I like it in San Diego so far. I wish it was cooler, but everyone keeps telling me it's really, really warm right now, like unusually warm, so I'm just going to keep trusting them that everyone's going to be back down. But everyone's super friendly, and I've already met my neighbors. They invited us over for dinner. Which is funny because my neighbors are like wine aficionados and I don't drink. So, I mean, they even had a wine cellar. What was it? 2,500 bottles of wine?
Sheesh.
Yeah, they like wine. I have nothing to say about it. So I felt kind of bad.
I can give you some recommended Netflix viewing if you would like some before tomorrow.
About wine?
Yeah.
Well, my mom was a really big aficionado of wine, so she's been teaching us about wine. I mean, I'm still not going to drink it, but at least I've been learning about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a couple of good Netflix documentaries that are easy watches that are just kind of fun to watch. Did you ever watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi?
No.
You didn't? Oh man, I don't know how you missed that one.
I haven't even heard of that one.
I would have sworn that I would have recommended it to you at some point prior to this.
Yeah, I know. That sounds like something you'd recommend.
Yeah, it's a really fun little documentary that kind of in a way kickstarted a lot of the modern documentaries that follow kind of food and kind of those sorts of cultural things. But it's this, I don't know, hour and a half long documentary.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah, we spent all that time. Golly.
Well, at least we got Golame.
So we were trying to avoid having a recruiting run, and instead we had a recruiting run.
Yeah, well, that looked like... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that looked like Jimbo to me.
I like how half our party is just animals.
I'd say he was dashing off in a real hurry.
Well, you guys... How many minutes in are we? Okay, I'm going to go in a little bit further. I want to get a little bit in. I want to get something in this video. I feel kind of bad. Well, I guess, okay, I'm just going to get a little tiny bit closer and then stop here and we'll see what Jimbo's up to. I like fighting these things. These things are easy.
Anyway, it's a documentary about the guy who got the first Michelin star restaurant in Japan.
Ah.
And it's a little unassuming sushi place that seats like 10 people in like a subway station, basically. But it's like, if you were to go there, it'd be like, $200 like starting price type of a thing.
Jeez.
But it's just apparently incredibly well done sushi, and it's like they talk through the whole process of it. Like, apparently for their new people that they hire on, it's 10 years before like the people are allowed to even make sushi for customers.
Wow.
Like you just have to.
That's like you got the serious job satisfaction to stay there.
Yeah, and it was something like I want to say like there was one type of sushi they were talking about that it was like 30 years to perfect it or something like that. And they were just like, yeah, it's serious.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just end the video right after this fight, and we'll see what Jimbo was up to, and hopefully Golame will not show up again. I can't believe it. Why is my luck always so bad? Like, they were like, go to the ancient highway. Okay, but don't mention that I have to go from a certain direction.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.